Hey gorgeous divas, in this video I'm going to be giving you the 5 high value feminine traits and how you can develop them. Now this video is going to be relevant for you whether you're single and looking to attract an empowered man, or you're already in a relationship or married, because guess what? These high value traits have nothing to do with your relationship status and everything to do with how you show up in dating or within your romantic relationships as a valued partner, as a valued woman who is demonstrating her worth, who is demonstrating her emotional maturity, who is demonstrating her capacity for love in the way that she is showing up. So let's get started. The first trait of a high value woman is that she never chases anything or anyone that is not moving towards her. Now, this is a feminine energy trait where we don't go out there and win a man and don't go out there and convince our partners to love us, but we are actually magnets for that which we want to attract to us. So one of the most powerful traits you can exhibit as a high value woman and that you want to build a muscle for is to never chase any man or even your partner for attention or for his validation, especially if it's not flowing towards you effortlessly. Now, if you're single, in dating, this would look like, not double texting men, always playing the ping pong. He sends a message, you send a message, he calls, you call back. But, never outdoing a man with your energy, and definitely never getting in that pursuit zone. Now, if you're in a relationship, not chasing looks like, not begging your man for attention, not nagging him as to why you don't say hello, why don't you give me attention, why don't you make love to me. So never chasing that which is not moving towards you is the first high value woman trait that you want to cultivate, because it's going to make you magnetic towards what you want. Because what you ultimately want, if you think about it, is your partner to come towards you and give you that time, give you that attention, tell you you're beautiful, initiate, physical intimacy with you. But the way to get that is not to chase after it or to nag after it or to run after it, but to actually be that woman who can bring it in. Now you must be wondering in your head, Sami, how do I be that woman who brings it in? So keep watching the video, because as I go along these traits, you will see how you can actually be a magnet for empowered masculine men and get anything you want, not by running after it, but by actually attracting it to you. Now, the second trait of the high value woman that you want to cultivate is receiving. You see, we're living, let's face it, in a society which is more or less running on a masculine paradigm where we are told every single day, giving is good. You're a good person if you give to others. You're a good person if you sacrifice yourself. I mean, women are specially praised for being overgivers. Women are specially praised for sacrificing their welfare, their time, their energy for other people. However, in my world, you are a high value woman when you understand the power and the art of receiving, especially in the romantic context. You see, I'm always about giving this analogy of using both arms, masculine energy and feminine energy. And I think as a high value woman, you should be able to use your empowered masculine energy in your career, in your work life. But when it comes to your love life, when it comes to dating, when it comes to being in a partnership with your man, you want to use the second arm, which is feminine energy. And so you want to learn the art of receiving. The art of receiving is truly an art. And I think it's so missing in today's world. We are all getting our kick and our dopamine hit from giving to others, but we haven't cultivated the muscle of being able to receive. So you want to be able to receive from men, whether it's something as small as a man giving you a compliment and you saying thank you instead of saying, oh, but I didn't wash my hair today, or oh, but my dress has a spot here. You could just say thank you and receive, any goodness that is coming your way. And of course, it also means receiving favors from men, like letting them open the door for you, letting them pull the chair for you, letting them open the bottle in the restaurant for you, letting them pour the wine in the glass for you, letting them pay the bill, letting them drive you home, letting them. Now, in my marriage, for example, I let my husband bring me a tea, in the morning, and I let him drive me to the airport. I let him carry my bags. And so the high value woman has cultivated the art of receiving. And from men in this particular video, but when you dive into my programs, you see I go much deeper and I talk about, the art of cultivating receiving from the universe, because the universe is a masculine, benevolent force that actually wants to see a smile on your face and wants to give you all your desires. And you have to cultivate the trust in the masculine that the masculine wants to give to you. And you yourself have to cultivate the muscle of feminine receiving so that everything that the masculine energy wants to give to you, you are able to gladly receive. Now, the third high value woman trait that you want to cultivate, whether you're single or you are in a relationship, is the ability to show interest without coming across as too obvious. Now, again, I'm going to make this relevant for both single women and women in relationships, but hear me out. You see, so often when you are in the dating world or in the relationship coaching world, there's so much conflicting advice that is being offered to women, like play games, play hard to get, don't show him that you're interested in him, or in your partnership, don't over lean into him, he should be doing all the work and he should be always moving towards you. And I honestly think this is immature advice. I don't think it comes from a flowing, authentic space. And I really want to help you feel confident in flirting or showing your interest in a man you like if you're single. And please show interest and show healthy appreciation for your partner in a relationship. You can never go wrong with this. Okay, so one of the traits, this is the third trait of the high value woman, which is she's not afraid to show interest. She's not afraid to acknowledge that she likes her partner, that her partner does a great job. She's not afraid to flirt with the man she likes. By the way, for those of you who will feel inspired to work with me inside Elevate, my 6 months long group coaching program, I have an entire training on how to flirt and stepping up on the art of flirting with men, because I think it's such an important skill to have, and so many women feel so shy and so self-conscious flirting. So I'm gonna take care of that bit for those of you who will be joining Elevate. Okay, so back to showing interest and seeing that as a healthy thing. I think so often when we are showing interest to men, we feel like we're being too forward, we're being too masculine, but that's not true. The high value woman knows that just like she likes to feel seen and acknowledged and desired by a man, a healthy man loves that too. He also loves to feel desired. He also loves to feel appreciated. So she has developed a positive relationship with the art of showing interest, with the art of flirting, with the art of appreciating if she's in a long-term relationship. So I hope this is giving you that breakthrough you need, where you are starting to flip the way you think about showing interest, because there's a lot of fear mongering and a lot of fear advice on the internet, showing women not to show interest and don't be too eager. Of course, don't be too eager, but there's a difference between, being too eager beaver versus being a woman who can, let a man in and let him know this feels good and appreciate him for all the good things he's doing so that he keeps coming for her and showing that interest. And this is equally valid for women in relationships. Now, the fourth high value trait you want to cultivate as a high value woman is the art of healthy vulnerability. Now, remember, in the beginning of this video, we talked about not chasing and being a magnet for male attention, being a magnet for empowered masculine energy, and pulling in our men and pulling in their energy, not by running after them, but by being who we are and being more high value and being more in our feminine. So this is one of the ways you can be a magnet for empowered masculine energy when you learn the art of healthy vulnerability. Now, notice I say healthy vulnerability because there's again a lot of advice on the internet that just tells you to be vulnerable, and then it can have a bad impact on your relationship when you go and share every feeling with your partner and he's just like dying under the load of your feelings, or when you prematurely share stuff in early dating with men that they haven't earned your trust enough for them to, hear you or listen or, partake in that sharing. So healthy vulnerability is, vulnerability where you allow yourself to be seen as imperfect by men, but you know how to pace it. So it's not like you're showing up in a t-shirt because, well, you're vulnerable on the first date, but it's more like, being okay with being imperfect, being okay with, having a lipstick spread on your chin while eating and the man saying you've got something here, and then not just getting like hyper embarrassed or self-judgy, but just going, oh, okay, oops, just wiping that and coming back to your authentic self. So we're talking about healthy vulnerability. This is a big topic. If you would like me to make more videos on what healthy vulnerability looks like, leave me comment in the comment section, and if there's enough interest from you ladies, from you divas, I'll be happy to create something just on this topic. But yeah, developing the art of healthy vulnerability, being able to show your emotions in a balanced way to men, is so juicy and so attractive to empowered masculine men. Now, feminine high value woman trait number 5 is having healthy boundaries. So we just spoke about healthy vulnerability. Healthy vulnerability is very magnetic to men. Men love moving towards women who can, embrace their emotions and be okay with being who they are, being imperfect. And they love a woman who has healthy boundaries. Healthy boundaries is all about demonstrating that you value yourself, demonstrating that you have standards, demonstrating that you don't take BS from anybody, demonstrating that you have the courage to say no, you have the courage to ask for what you want. Now, think about it. This sounds basic, but I can tell you that every day in my career, I come across amazing women who are doing so well in their businesses, so well in their careers, and yet when it comes to dating or their private marriages and relationships, these women have a very hard time saying no, drawing a boundary, looking after themselves, advocating for their needs, advocating for their welfare, because somewhere deep down, they have learned to be the good girl, the nice girl. They have a fear of conflict. They don't want to, rock the boat. They don't want to be too demanding or too high maintenance. So if any of that is going on for you, focusing on this trait of being a high value woman is going to be really valuable for you, and it's going to be one of the needle movers in your dating and relationship elevation journey. And it's a must have. Like, this trait as a high value woman with healthy boundaries is an absolute must have. Now, if you're interested in understanding what are some healthy boundaries in early dating, I have created a video for you on this already. So make sure you go check out, the 5 healthy boundaries you absolutely need to have in dating, and I'm giving you the exact scripts and words to say so that you're not fumbling anymore on what to say. What do I say when he wants to have sex with me too early, or what do I say when he wants to come over in my home or have a Netflix date? So I've done all that work for you. All you have to do is click and watch the video. And of course, I hope this was helpful. If it was, make sure to like, subscribe. I love you so much, and I'm here to help you have the most amazing romantic relationship while being a badass career woman.